Good morning. Clean sweep. Democrats win the governor's races in Virginia and New Jersey. Are President Bush's second-term troubles to blame? Pleading for help, the dramatic 911 calls from that killer tornado.
Help my baby! Okay, my baby!
This morning, panic on tape. And Matt traveled the straight and narrow when he went to the Panama Canal and opened a lock. Where in the world is he now? We'll have the key to his mystery location today, Wednesday, November 9th, 2005.
From NBC News, this is Today with Katie Couric and Matt Lauer. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And welcome to Today on this Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm Katie Couric. The results are in. Let the spin begin. Democrats are already saying their wins in those two big governor's races are a referendum on President Bush. The Republicans are saying, though, not so fast. We'll have a roundup on all the winners and losers and take a look at what it all could mean come next year's midterm elections. Also ahead, 4 American divers stranded at sea for days off the coast of Belize. Their story is both terrifying and tragic. We'll hear from one of the survivors. Plus, more of our series on obesity. This morning, one single mom who is morbidly obese talks about her struggle. We'll have some important advice that we hope will change her life. And he knows how to shake his bonbon. Now, Ricky Martin will get ours shaking when he performs live in concert out on the plaza. But first, as you know, Matt's been living La Vida Loca this week. Today is day 3 of his Where in the World adventure, and Al, Ann, and I, as always, have been kept in the dark about his secret location. So once again, let's ask that very important question: where in the world is Matt Lauer?
All right, Katie, Al, and Ann, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of Where in the World is Matt Lauer. I last saw you. I was heading off into the Panamanian rainforest in that bus that looked like something out of Woodstock.
Or the Partridge
So I got
Family.
out of that. Exactly right. Whatever you choose. I got out of that, jumped on my plane, and I made it to my destination for day 3. So now's the time of the show where we go over the clue from yesterday. And here's what I told you about this destination. I said the gold flowed here for a second time after a bust in the Rocky Mountains. So, Al, I'll just turn to you because you seem to be the man to beat this week.
I've been told
Where do you think I am?
I'm not allowed to guess.
No, that's not true. But this morning, he really doesn't know.
I don't know. Although gold, all of a sudden, I'm thinking maybe you're talking about the Olympics. So it's some sort of site, Olympic site, but I don't know.
And I was
Katie and
thinking,
Ann?
well, I was thinking California, but I know I'm wrong just because I was thinking about, you know, panning for gold, but...
Right.
I was thinking about Mexico, but obviously you're in a big winter coat, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Matt.
I've fooled around with that before, but all right, let me tell you. All right, the gold flowed here. That refers to Olympic gold, Al, so very good. And after a bust in the Rocky Mountain refers to 1976. Denver, Colorado was awarded the Winter Games in that year, but the people there voted in Colorado, and they said they didn't want to use public funds to stage an Olympic Games. So out went Denver, and the Olympic Committee turned to a city that had actually hosted the Winter Games 12 years earlier in 1964. And that city was... Innsbruck, Austria. So welcome to day 3 of Where in the World from beautiful Innsbruck, Austria.
What are you hanging?
Actually, you know what? You know
Matt,
what? This isn't the
what's
best
holding
view
you
of
up?
Innsbruck. This isn't the best view of Innsbruck, Kitty. Let me take one step. I'll give you a better view.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cool.
Now,
Whoa.
I've never seen
I
you
think-
looking so manly, Matt.
thank you very much. No more kids for me, I'll tell you right now. I think this is a better view of Innsbruck. It's an Olympic city. It's also the birthplace of downhill skiing. And from this vantage point, I think I can give you a pretty good tour. If you look just off my right foot here, that is the River Inn. It flows through Innsbruck and through the valley of Inn, which is this whole flat area behind me. Now, way in the distance behind me, those are the Alps. And if you look at the base of the Alps, you can see the Bergiesel ski jump. That was built for the Olympics in 1964. It was updated in 1976, again for the Olympic Games, and it was just done again. It's now a state-of-the-art facility. Now, just over from Bergiesel, you'll see a skating complex and a soccer stadium, also Olympic venues. So this is very much an Olympic town. It's an active town. The people here love to do anything outdoors, whether it's hike or ride their bikes or ski. And it's the site for day 3 of Where in the World is Matt Lauer. Katie, Alan, Ann, what do you think?
Oh, it's spectacular, Matt. It really is. But I want you to do the Maria von Trapp thing and spin around. Can you do that? On second thoughts, don't do that, Matt.
No, I can't do that. Let me tell you about this contraption. This is called the Flying Fox.
It's actually like a bouncy, like a kid would be on, between the doors.
Yeah. Right. You know what? Let me talk, because I can't stay up here too long.
Okay, sorry.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, this is a privately owned zip line attraction. They use it for corporate retreats and things like that. People bring their employees here, and they try and work on togetherness and bravery and challenges. And I guess if you don't throw up, you get to keep your job. So I'm going to figure out how to get down from here in a second. Then I'm going to give you a great tour of Innsbruck, including up over this way to the Stubai Glacier, which is a winter wonderland that they use all year round here, although it's a place that's under some question right now. So it's all part of our day 3 location for Where in the World. Katie, Alan, Ann.
I know, exactly. And by the way, we played a little trick on you, Matt. You're actually doing all 3 hours suspended from that thing. You don't mind, do you?
Yeah, that's not going to... Yeah, I think Annette might have something to say about that.
She's happy about it.
We paid off the zip line operator. Okay, Matt, thanks so much.
And by the way, if Jack and Romeo are watching, I'm okay, kids, all right?
Aw, okay, Matt, thank you. And now let's get the latest overnight news. And for that, we turn to Ann at the news desk. Ann, good morning.
Good morning, Katie and Al. Good morning, everybody. In the news this morning, Democrats won 2 major victories in Tuesday's election. Senator John Corzine won the costly governor's race in New Jersey, and Lieutenant Governor Tim Kaine won the governor's race in Virginia despite a last-minute campaign appearance for his opponent by President Bush. And voters rejected all of the ballot proposals supported by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger in California. We're going to have much more on the elections coming up in just a few moments. Officials from big oil companies will be on the hot seat today as Congress opens hearings into oil and gas prices. Lawmakers want to know why gas prices soared above $3 a gallon after Hurricane Katrina, and whether price gouging played a role in the oil industry's record $30 billion in profits in the 3rd quarter. France was hit with a 13th night of violence last night, but a government crackdown appears to be helping. NBC's Jim Maceda is in Paris this morning with more on this story. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, Ann. Well, French officials say they are encouraged by signs that the 2-week-long riots have ebbed, but many fear that France's worst crisis in decades is far from over. The government promises a hands-on plan for the immigrant areas, but that could take years. So even if peace does return to these streets, few believe it's going to stick. Ann?
All right, Jim Maceda this morning. Jim, thank you for your report. The U.S. Embassy in Beijing is warning Americans visiting China to review their plans, as police in China say Islamic extremists may be planning to attack luxury hotels in China over the next week. President Bush visits China later this month. 2 school officials remain hospitalized this morning in Tennessee after a school shooting there on Tuesday. Police say a 15-year-old student opened fire at his high school, killing an assistant principal and wounding the principal and another administrator. The student is in custody. Police don't yet have a motive. And 2 Oregon couples have come forward to claim that second biggest jackpot in U.S. lottery history of $340 million. Bob and Frances Cheney and their daughter and son-in-law decided to take the money in a lump sum of $110 million after taxes. It is now 7:10. Let's turn back to Katie and Al.
That was a very good day for them, wasn't it, Ann?
Thank goodness they didn't lose that ticket.
Absolutely. Anyway, now we're going to get a check of the weather from Mr. Roker. How's it looking?
Well, we've got some wet weather moving into the northeast. Our warm weather is about to come to an end. A warm for Katie.
Okay, Al, thanks so much. On Close Up this morning, the results are in. The Democrats winning 2 high-profile governor's races. NBC's chief White House correspondent David Gregory has more on the morning after. Hi, David. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Katie. Right, important wins for the Democrats in Virginia and New Jersey, 2 states where the race for governor was seen as a big test for the president. The question, how much political capital does he have left?
Thank you, Richmond. Thank you, Virginia.
Victory in Virginia for Tim Kaine.
We did it. We did come together. Democrats and Republicans, business and working people, young and old, from all regions of the Commonwealth, from all backgrounds. We came together as Virginians.
And a message for the president.
Turn out that vote, and you'll be proud of the next governor of Virginia, Jerry Kilgore,
whose 11th hour appearance to rally conservatives in support of Kaine's rival, Jerry Kilgore, may have backfired, galvanizing Democrats.
He can't even go into a Republican-leaning.
In New Jersey, another expensive, intensely bitter and personal campaign. The winner, Senator Jon Corzine, who made Mr. Bush as much of a target as his opponent, Douglas Forrester.
Doug Forrester. He's George Bush's choice for governor. Is he yours?
Corzine after victory.
Tonight, I want to thank the people of New Jersey for rejecting the Bush Rove tactics that we see in politics. It's bad for democracy. It's bad for New Jersey.
So what does it all mean for the president's party going into midterm elections next year?
Republicans on Capitol Hill.
This is a gateway city of sorts for so many other